Greetings people of YouTube, and today I'm really excited to be bringing you all my review on the Transformers Legacy Evolution Deluxe Class Bombshell! If you saw my one-shot shrapnel review, you'll know how excited I am for this thing. So let me give you a little backstory. I was introduced to the Insecticons from playing Transformers Devastation, and I thought they make for some really cool boss battles, but not much else other than that. Then I started watching the G1 cartoon and noticed that the Insecticons are actually kinda cool. I love their voices, their rebellious personality is pretty fun, and I even really like their design. And Bombshell here has my favorite Insecticon design of them all. And Bombshell himself is not that different from the other Insecticons. What really makes him special is that he's got mind controlling powers, and that his head design looks freaking badass. No, my goodness, that was gonna be a pain to edit, but anyways, let's take a closer look at his packaging now. You can see a neat artwork of Bombshell in his Beetle mode, Bombshell himself. On this side, you get an artwork of Bombshell in his Robot mode. At the back, some product shots with another Evil Fusion gimmick. Yay. On this side, one half of the Legacy Evolution poster. At the top, there's a QR code which you can scan right here if you want. And at the bottom is, so I am really excited to finally be able to complete my Insecticon squad. And why don't we just crack this thing? Oh, where the frick is my scissor? Let's crack them open. So here's oh wait a second. Can't go that early, can we? But anyways, here's Bombshell out of his packaging, and I am extremely satisfied with it. And this guy might actually be my favorite of the bunch. I love his design, and the figure itself is really good. But for now, I'll start off low-key and take a look at his accessories. He really doesn't come with much, just 2 insect legs and this gun. Here are the insect legs, and they're just sticks. That's it, they're just a pair of sticks. Can be attached to the bottom of his forearms and can be used as guns, but I'd rather just have him stay there, honestly. Connection is a bit tight, so just be careful about that. These aren't bad, but the best accessory is undoubtedly this gun. Beautifully painted in silver and has a really cool shape to it. Kinda looks like his horn, honestly. Compare it to the other Insecticon guns though, and this is definitely the most bland looking. I think Kickbacks is still my favorite. Peg it to his hands and oh yes, that's cool. And since this is a Legacy Evolution figure, you can try out the Evil Fusion. Whoopee, the gun has 3 barrels, now Liberal's own. Which, by the way, all of these are Blast Effect compatible. But you know what else is Blast Effect compatible? That's right, horny bastard. And now you can replicate him using his Cerebro Shell! Which is definitely how I'll keep this guy on my display. This looks awesome. Speaking of which, the details on this guy are also pretty darn awesome. Comparing Bombshell here to his G1 model, I really like how they managed to stay true to that G1 design whilst adding in new details that make it look a lot more interesting. Not changing it as much as, say, Kingdom Huffer, but I'm personally fine with that because his original design was already pretty awesome. Some of the most notable changes would be his leg decals, these insect legs, which are honestly kibble anyways, and you can easily remove them if you want to, so there's that. But the most glaring difference is definitely his purple torso. The G1 model had a gray torso, which is fine, but it's a bit boring when you consider that all the other Insecticons have purple on them, and this is reminiscent to that of his Devastation design, which, you know, I'm all for. Here's something? Anyways, taking a closer look at it, he doesn't have as much surface detail on him, but again, the base design is already really cool to me, so I don't have a problem with it at all. And probably my favorite aspect of that base design that they haven't changed too much would have to be this head sculpt. Evil Knight Insect, how is that not awesome? The silver paint apps just make it pop that much more. Not a big fan of this gap here, but it's due to the transformation. Love his huge red eyes, make him look so evil. Also, is it just me or do I do a decent Bombshell impression? No, my Cerebro Shell. I'll see myself out. And I mean, yeah, detail-wise, there's not much more to talk about. The back is really clean. It feels incredibly nice in hand. He's just overall a good figure. His posability is also good. Just like Shrapnel, his head is on a mere swivel, but this time I can kind of understand it due to this whole armature on the head, which by the way doesn't have a strong locking point, so you just be careful that you don't, you know. But now you can see what a bald Bombshell would look like, so 10 out of 10. His horn/antenna is also articulated, but that is for the transformation. Shoulders can rotate 360. You can move it out this far, but if you move the insect leg out even more, they can move out that far. And there's a butterfly joint that goes backwards, and this actually helps a lot in dynamic posing. Elbows bend more than 90 degrees, just slightly more. Nothing at the wrists other than... And these can kind of rotate, but I kind of count that more for the insect mode. Tight waist rotation. Legs can kick forward that far, back that far. He can do the splits, thigh rotation, bend at the knee. His toes can move down if you want to do that. And finally, an adequate ankle pivot. Can actually go even more than that. Also, I forgot to mention how this whole bottom leg area is a retool from the Legacy Evolution shrapnel, but if it doesn't broke, don't fix it, right? Yeah, I don't got much more to say. It's a pretty good robot mode. Now let's do some size comparison. Here's Bombshell next to another insect transformer, the Legacy Beast Wars Inferno, Wheeljack, oh wait, what? Grimlock, Bumblebee, review foreshadowing, wait, what? Here's Optimus Prime, comparing it to a regular 6-inch scale figure of the Marvel Legends Mystery, but wait, what are those comparisons? Oh, okay, you got me. Those were the main gameplay cast of the Transformers Devastation video game. I don't have any video of Sideswipe, I'm sorry. But now here we have all the Insecticons lined up together, and oh, isn't this just so good looking? Of all of these, I would have to say Bombshell is my favorite, and Shrapnel is, I think, my least favorite. Kickback's in the middle, he's cool, he's alright. But man, can't you just hear a certain theme song when you see these? Okay, I'll save that for later. Stay tuned till the end. But of course, we are not done with this figure, as we still have the insect mode to go to, and yeah, let's get to it. And here is Bombshell in his insect mode, and it's definitely an Insecticon alt mode. Most of the awesome design cues in the robot mode are gone, replaced by this brick, essentially. It's kind of cool how the robot mode compacts, but it's really not the best, is it? But unlike this idiot, I can easily tell that this is supposed to be a rhino beetle. The front half of it looks quite nice with the big bug eyes there, and the horn is posable, so yeah, there's that. The back half is a bit squared off compared to the G1 model, but that's just due to it being a retool of Shrapnel, and I honestly have no problem with that at all. One thing about this guy that I don't like as much as the other Insecticon alt modes would be the weapon storage, because wha-bam, that's it. With the other Insecticons, you can store their weapons at the bottom of their alt mode, but not with this guy right here for some reason. It's kind of a shame, but who the hell's gonna display him in this mode anyways, right? But you know what? This actually does have some posability. Again, his horn can move up and down like so. It's on a ratchet, actually. Well, soft ratchet, technically. Two front legs are on a hinge joint, so you can move them like that. And one thing I like to do to enhance the look of this alt mode is to swivel these bottom two legs like so, and that just gives them a slightly more insectoid look, which looks that is a bit cooler actually. There's really nothing else to say here. It's an okay alt mode at best. What's also okay would be his size comparisons. Why do I have to say it like that? Here's Bombshell next to Inferno, which has a much better insect mode, Wheeljack, Grimlock, which, considering that there are huge Insecticons in Transformers Devastation, I think this works kind of okay. Here's Bumblebee, who's gonna be reviewed next week, Optimus Prime, Mr. Knight, and finally, despite them all looking like weird robotic bricks and a human lying down, I really like the look of them together, and I'm so grateful to have this display. And finally, we can end on a group shot pose, and that was my review for the Transformers Legacy Evolution Deluxe Class Bombshell figure. I am incredibly happy to finally have completed my Insecticon set, and again, Bombshell is definitely my favorite of the bunch. He's the most solid, the most fun to look at, he's got the best design in my opinion. I highly recommend him if you're into the Insecticons or just Transformers in general, and if so, I wish you good luck in finding him, because apparently he's a rare item now, according to my Discord friend TR2. And as always, I hope you all would recommend my review to everyone else. If you've enjoyed it, please do leave a like and a comment. Don't forget to subscribe. But before we end it all, I'm kind of in the mood for an outro music now. Where the hell's it? Blaster! Blaster! There he is.